$12,000 off just MSRP.
Yep.
12 G's.
Yes.
For
Sorry,
that
12,
thing?
1200 I'm sorry,
Okay.
I said that wrong.
Yeah.
$1,200.
That's
still
still-
$1,200. God bless America.
That's MSRP, so
That is because of America.
probably looking at $2,000
Yep.
on the eBays.
Easy. Alright, so I got cut off before you said what you were going to cast, Justin. Were you going to cast Comprehend Language?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, is that a ritual or is that an instant?
I can choose.
Okay.
And
Okay.
since this guy just cast a spell at me, I was gonna do the instant one.
Okay,
Or cast
cool.
a spell, so I was gonna do it instant.
Alright. You hear... Well, you didn't understand that. But you can now comprehend what he's saying.
Any future mumblings?
Yep. Oh, shit.
I'm
you guys
sorry,
got
I'm in.
disconnected from the game, too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
apparently
I'm
everybody
I'm
else
sorry.
clicked
I
and
thought I
jumped
heard.
right
I
back
thought you
in.
heard me
Yeah,
say
the
I
stream
was back
ended
in.
the 9s, bro.
And
Oh.
believe it or not, I actually have a map now that I'm in.
Ah.
The fire, I can see the layout, everything.
Nice.
I
All
could
right,
see
so
the
while I'm
peeping
logging
goblin.
back in, we lost Jerry.
He didn't want to feel left out.
I thought I
Uh-oh.
just seen it. No, I did lose him. Let me call him. Jerry.
I'm sorry.
He's
He's like, let me call him. Jerry!
Oh, he responds. He's back.
I'm back.
See, he's loud. Instantly loud.
Back again.
You gotta stop thanking me for playing.
I like that background though, Jerry.
I do too, actually.
It's kind of nice.
Fitting
It's
for
like Karate
multiple
Kid.
games.
Mhm.
No, it looks like total destruction, actually.
It looks like
Red
a
Dawn.
Blood Moon.
Thanks,
Got
Blood
the-
Mhm.
Barack.
Nah, there it is.
There it is. All right, so you would hear in Goblin again, get off my lawn.
I
I take
kinda-
off into the air.
I say
Not
to
you.
common in my
You wouldn't understand because I'm still screaming it in Goblin. Only the
Oh,
wizard, this
I-
frilly looking man in front of me.
Frilly? What? Anyway, I turn to the group and they go, yeah, he's not so happy that we're on his property.
I lower my crossbow at you. What do you want in Goblin still? Get off my lawn. I live up here for a reason.
I'm gonna scroll through languages I know to see if he understands any of them. Starting with I go, abyssal, ancient common, draconic, aquan, oran, primordial, celestial, common, deep speech, undercommon, draconic.
He gets common and undercommon and draconic.
Okay.
Look over at Jerry. He's
Okay,
possessed.
Draconic
Kill
I
him.
can speak too.
Yeah, I kind of go through the languages. Does he respond to the ones he gets? I'm just curious.
Jerry, he's possessed. Kill him.
I
He's
don't.
speaking in multiple tongues.
how about giant?
Yeah, Jeffrey, does your guy respond to any of
As everyone, as you guys are communicating amongst yourselves and you're rambling off in different languages, in common, all you tall folk, what are you doing on my lawn?
Well,
What brings you to my hamlet?
Oh, thank you for calling me tall. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
You're
walk
just passing
near
through
the
with us?
dwarf and check my height to see if I'm actually taller than him. As I'm
I
looking.
probably don't have that in my notes.
I think you guys
Nope.
are about the same height.
4'2". 4'2".
George is
4'2". I tower over the dwarf. A huge smile comes across my face.
Yeah, you do.
And then a few ravens start floating around me. And again, what do you want? By the Raven Queen, why are you on my lawn?
Ooh.
By me! Ooh.
By me?
Yeah.
Do you say that?
Uh-oh.
She comes cheap.
Uh-oh.
I feel like she
Soul
would
just got
actually say
excited.
that.
Please tell me she said by me, please.
Like, what did I do?
Hey, bro, the stream stopped too, just to give you a heads up.
I thought I started it back up. I hit start. It started like as soon. Yeah, there's somebody watching it already.
All right, cool deal.
Yeah, I started it as soon as my internet came back up. That was the first thing I started.
All right. So we got all that on live stream too. I'll
Mhm.
log back in here in a second. All right. So, yes, so you see the ravens flying around. Crossbow is still lowered at each of you. And again, for the last time, why are you on my lawn? And if while looking at me, I'm standing about 4'9". For a goblin, he has yellow tanned skin. His nails are well kept. He's not got like jagged features. His chin line is normal. Eyes are a purple ice color, though. He is wearing a black overcoat with a gray waistcoat, leather black pants, nice boots, and a top hat. With, amazingly, though, the feather coloring is different than the cobalt he sees slightly hovering off of the ground.
Talvos will give a slight bow to the goblin, and he'll be like, hello, we are currently on a quest up to the north of here.
All of you are always on quests. Why is everyone on a quest by the queen? And why is your friend there in the armor staring at me so?
She's a follower of the Raven Queen as well. Also, somebody thinks she is the Raven Queen reborn for some reason. I don't know why, but that's a whole thing.
Gavris is gonna
That's why-
find out your soul just... Soul, call off the ravens! Call off the ravens!
They're my ravens, so they should probably leave him alone. He's fine.
Anyway, you see that Talbot kind of rolls his eyes whenever someone mentions like that she's like the Raven Queen reborn. He's like, okay. We're actually curious. We approached it because one of the things we're trying to find is, do you know anything about the goblins to the north of here that are in the swamps?
He is the goblin. Wow.
Because we're trying to retrieve from them. Apparently, they abducted a priest from the town just to the south of here. And they're also looking for a chalice. Gesundheit.
Ui, comes out loose.
Did you get that, Jeffrey?
Yep. Oh, no, I got it.
I can't.
As you finish talking, a raven comes flying by your head, Telvas, and goes to that house right there to the north. And just sits on the door.
Okay. My owl's just still flying above us.
So I must know, though, frilly human who talks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he definitely
Who sent you this way, and why have you? And again, why are you on my lawn? And if your tall lady friend keeps looking at me as such, I will take her for dinner.
Anyway,
I
see-
love dinner.
And your friend there watering my bushes, I'm quite do not understand. By the queen.
I think he's
Just so
pissing
you
on
know,
your
it
bushes.
wasn't Wasn't me.
Yep.
That's what he
yeah.
meant by
Wasn't me.
watering.
Anyway, I kind of turned back to the goblin. We are tracking goblins that are to the north of here that had attacked someone who is a part of the city, of the human city to the south. We were just approaching you to see if you had any information you were willing to give about them.
We were also informed that you could enchant shit for us.
Oh yeah, also apparently it's known that you're an extremely talented enchanter.
Oh
which I am as
yeah!
well.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
I completely forgot about that.
Uh,
Oh my god. Air
If he
conditioner
matches
work.
the description that I was given,
No, C4, you are too late to deal with the goblins that you have sent through, my brethren. The ones to the north, they have seemed to have upset something old. I warned them not to do what they did, but it is too late, for they have already been slain by a dragon.
Ooh.
Now,
that
if
might
you
have
will
been- that might
leave
have
me
been us.
be, if there is nothing else, I must go. But yes, woman in armor, would you join me for tea? And I start walking towards the house, and a raven lands on my shoulder.
Calvas is just gonna have Athena land on her shoulder, and then he's just gonna stay up by the campfire and just read his
Good.
book on ancient Draconic.
Gavris is gonna start scurrying behind both of them,
I'm gonna ground tie Fluffernutter.
start gibbering about
After I get it
magical
off,
enchantments.
After I dismount, I'll just tell the Fluffernutter, you're tied, and I'll go in.
Oh yeah, we're on horses.
mm-hmm.
Forgot.
Well, I was on Soul's horse.
Yeah.
Fluffernutter.
All right. So you guys follow him in to his house. It's actually when you walk in, it's a really nice place. You know, he's got a nice fire going. He's got really fancy carpet. He's got a couple chests that have really fancy like crystal, and he seems really fancy for a goblin. You know, like he's definitely high class.
Instantly stop talking about the magical items and just start nosing around the chest and, you know, ooh, shinies on the chest. How do you get these in here? They're beautiful. Maybe try and, you know, look like I'm trying one out.
I keep an eye on him as I walk towards the fire to put some tea on, and then I look and say, "Are your fellows not going to join? They wish to stand outside and act like the birds?"
Well, you only invited the elf
Yeah.
with the armor, so we're not quite sure.
I say that to the elf.
I'll poke my head out. You're allowed to come in too.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll come in.
Yeah.
I'm on the roof.
Scabbard's
No,
invited
I'm just kidding.
himself.
Scabbards didn't come in?
Oh, Scabbard's invited himself in.
Oh,
Like,
alright.
Yeah.
with
He
them
went in the
already.
beginning. You don't care.
Well, he
I
said
had stuff to talk about.
Lady Elf in armor, so I didn't know if he was referring to her or me. So
Oh, that's
Yeah, I was
right.
kind of confused too, so I just went and rolled with. Maybe.
He must be talking to the Raven Queen.
He's got a thing.
So everyone else comes in. As you guys come in, I show you to a fairly large table. Actually more human-sized than dwarf or halfling size. I ask each one of you to take a seat and start bringing cups, plates of meats and cheeses out. And I'm continuously looking at this one who slipped up and said, "Oh, me?" I'm very curious and watching. And then after a few more moments, I take a seat at the table and look across at each and every one of you. Will you guys give me a description of what I'm looking at here?
Start with Saul.
Saul is like wearing black armor, a lot of black, and she has like red eyes. She's looks barely like she's a Shatterkai elf. She's 6 foot. And even though she's like this dark, menacing figure, she has like laugh lines, like she smiles and laughs a lot, and probably like has a little twinkle in her eye. So that's pretty much sums up
Ooh.
Saul.
Yeah, do you have your chain visible, Saul?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Brick, you would notice that a huge pendant of the Raven Queen hanging around Saul's neck.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I let them in the house, or even continue talking with them.
Oh yeah, dude, she's
So-
the Raven Queen. As I pop one of the gems off of the chest.
So you're over there messing with my stuff, young kobold. Why would you be so rude as to destroy something that doesn't belong to you in a house where someone has offered you bread and water and a place at his table?
Talbot's just sighing.
The adventurers come always looking, searching, wanting to know things, coming to my land.
When I see him
to
pop
my
that
house.
up, I walk over like.
I can fix this. I can fix it.
I'm sorry.
I'd lick the slot where it was and try and stick it back.
His draconic nature makes him extremely curious, especially about shiny things. I'm sorry.
Mhm. He
He
likes the
can't help himself
sparklies.
sometimes.
See, and this is why, though, the adventurers that come here looking for things, always trying to find something to forge, to make something out of, always asking me to forge or create something for them. Do they not know how much trouble it takes? And then let alone come into my home and disrespect me as such? I look to the woman. the female elf with the Raven Queen pendant, and you travel with such, our queen would be upset and furious with you.
What
Was your
language?
friend-
What
And
language
this is in common. This is
Okay.
in common. But then I look over to the other high elf, the one that is quiet, sitting there in the corner, whose energy and aura that is flowing about her puts my guard up, but let alone the quiet. And I look towards her. What am I seeing? Well, what does she exactly look like, Rain?
Rain is shy. She has kept to herself, like you said. She does have an aura about her, but she has a dark complexion. She's dark haired. She is an elf, of course. She's got a robe. I don't know. She's got a few rings. If you didn't notice, she does have a few rings that she wears and some jewelry. But basically, like you said, she's very quiet, but she knows what's going on.
See, it is with adventurers like this that come to my doorstep, asking, showing respect and kindness for me to perform acts for them. Those are the ones that your friend, what is his name, Scabbards, should aspire more towards.
So I look over. I'm like, look, he doesn't mean nothing by it. He just likes the shinies. It's actually it's a compliment that he's even looking at your stuff. He's impressed. But he likes to fiddle with things. We'll keep him under control.
He's a shiny elitist.
Well, then now I see why you keep such a stout companion as a dwarf amongst yourselves. Trent was your name?
Yes.
Stalwart in your beliefs and strong-willed in protecting your adventurers.
Yes. Well, he's my little buddy. Well, he's a little bigger than me, but he's my big buddy.
Yeah.
And then last, you bring this human wizard near my home. In such times as this, requesting my abilities for enchantment, when the magic that I sense about you is very powerful, not yet fully aware, but very powerful indeed. So I ask you adventurers one more time, truly now, what brings you to my home?
Oops, tell him about the hammer.
We're not telling him about the hammer? That's gonna take a while.
We have time, NT.
Okay, see, we had this hammer that Scabbards accidentally broke, and now we have to get pieces of it to get back together again.
It's supposed to help us fix the dragons that are running amok.
Running amok.
To put the dragons back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you all something. And I grab my teacup. I freeze it and then break a piece off of it. And then I take the piece ever so lightly and place it back in the teacup. The reason I show you this, for no matter how hard you try to recreate something that is broken, it will never be the same. So, do you feel that you can recreate something that you have broken?
We may need to find someone to help us.
I aim to make it better.
We know a place to forge it, to reforge it, but I'm hoping there's someone who's good at forging who would be able to help us. None of us are master forgers for a legendary artifact.
Hey,
I could probably deal with arcane-based knowledge, but
I make really good
Telvos.
forgeries, damn it.
The amount of knowledge that you are talking, what school are you from? You are not from these lands. You must be from the continent of Troken.
Telvos.
Yes. I am a taught war mage. I know many schools of magic to cast, however, I am a war mage by profession.
What was the name of your collegium?
You mean the college of... You mean my wizard's college that I went to?
Yeah.
Pretty dumb for a wizard.
I didn't know what collegium. Collegium.
I know. I'm
That's
just teasing you.
I've never even heard that word.
I
said
didn't know what he was talking about either.
I don't know if we ever gave an official name to my mage's college. Josh, do you want to just give me one real quick, or do you want me to just make one up? Or?
Go ahead, spit it out.
Nothing comes for free.
I came.
The School of War.
No, because everyone was there. Remember, there was
Oh, yeah.
clerics.
Yeah,
there
it was a
there was
very-
everybody.
Yep.
It was a very everybody. I'm gonna take it one from the books of the gods here. I'm gonna go with the god of magic, and it's gonna be the magical academy of Mysteria, which is based off the deity Mystra, which is the god of magic. So all magic.
Was that me? For me or him?
The magical
No, it's for you.
school-
I call it the College of Mysteria. MYST.
It's a community college. You might not know it.
They have an
So
awesome
you
morning
attended the
talk show,
col-
though.
So you attended the Collegium of Mysteria. Is
wait.
Malik the Blackheart still there?
Malik.
Malachi.
Oh.
Is he our buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see,
As
that
soon
was
as
the
you say
name
that
that-
name,
Yeah.
you definitely see Telvas cringe as soon as that name comes out of your mouth.
Your scene?
Actually,
Malachi Blackheart, is that like was that his nomenclature that we were
that's
told in
yes,
the town?
that's what you knew him as.
Because I know Micah Fellshadow was his old name.
Yeah.
And then Malachi Blackheart.
Oh, that was the one I was looking for. Was his old one? Yeah. So it had been Micah.
Micah
Fellshadow.
Fellshadow was his name. If that's what you're trying to say. His old
Yes.
name. Yeah. You definitely see Talvas flinch, and Master Fellshadow is no longer, at least to my knowledge, a part of the college. He betrayed me and them.
No, he's
Sorry.
a dick. As Scabbard walks over to the table. He did a lot of bad things.
So it is true. He is dead.
Man. Oh, he's not dead.
He's not dead. Well, at least the man I know might be dead to me then. He's no longer
And
someone
if
I
he is no longer there, then I might be able to help you. For all of you to continue on your journey and go where I could not and do what me and my friends could not, there's a skill that I must teach a few of you. There is a reason that you come across my lawn, and by the Queen, I will serve my purpose.
Water it.
I take the teacup and start mumbling a few words over it. It mends, but now it has a glow about it. And if you look closely around the edge lip, is a few magic runes. The teacup has now become enchanted.
I'm sure Talbot's probably recognized something he did, considering he himself is an enchanter, but
You would recognize the runes as like an enchantment, but you don't necessarily know like how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because he did it without a enchanting medium like I do,
yes, yep.
right? Okay.
And no spell components, no gems, no gold, no scrolls, just myself.
Well, that's extremely interesting.
You made this?
How wonderful. Is there,
This is a nice table.
for this enchanting you just did, is that a natural ability you have developed over your years of learning to enchant? I'm just curious.
No, It is just your understanding that must change. The formulas you've been taught need to be relearned, and the essence of magic that drawn upon has to be reconfigured. You have the base talent. I will teach you.
Hey, practice on my armor.
I think Trent wants something.
Now,
Man.
do you want to be wearing it or not wearing it while he does it?
Oh, no. I will not. Now while he's practicing.
Why not?
Something interesting could happen.
Well,
Well, one way or
Right.
another, something interesting is going to happen.
I'm just curious. How do you know or knew Master Fellshadow?
That is a story for another time.
as soon as Josh writes it. He's just gonna roll the bones and see what happens on it.
We were roommates back in college.
I gave
so-
Jeff
It was
free
your mother's
reign on
sister, and
Brit,
she was a
so.
whore too.
Yeah.
No.
That's absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So what about your hat? You got a nice hat. I like your hat.
I think we're
Yes,
impressed.
I made it myself.
Me too. Well,
Oh, you
parts
did.
of it.
That's
Well, I put the hat together.
He's got it all bedazzled.
You put the accessories on it.
Same thing.
Yeah, I put it together.
It also resulted in a family of trolls forever being our blood enemies. So yeah.
I don't even know that.
I mean, we told him about the hammer. You don't want to tell him about the trolls. That worst
So
tax
as-
collector.
As you guys are sitting there talking about something I know nothing about,
Sorry.
I kind of get quizzical, and a smile comes across as I'm remembering the camaraderie amongst an adventuring group, and say, the hour is late, but is always a good time to try to find that snapper. I need something from the lake, not too far away. In the moonlight, you'll be able to find it. You'll know what you're looking for when you get there. During this time while you're gone, I will start to set up a few rooms for you and get my schoolhouse workshop ready.
So we go to this water and then we just wait by it.
You'll know what to do when you get there.
I
Okay,
hate
if we
those
need-
directions.
If we need to
Follow
wade
the
into the
ravens.
water, if we need to wade, I do have the ability to give us water breathing. So don't. P2.
Does Rare want to stay here,
Excuse me?
or does
Rare,
Rare want to
not Rain.
go?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, the kobold.
Rare decides to stay because he decides to stay. You can ask him later.
Maybe you can learn something if you don't mind. I mean, he didn't disrespect you. He was sitting nice like the other elf over there.
You didn't even know he was there.
Mm-hmm. Where? Multi-class rogue.
Multi-rogue class?
Alright.
Alright.
Oh, snap.
This.
Afterwards, I start to make my way around the room there, politely picking up the plates of meats and cheeses, whatever left, grabbing up the cups, generally cleaning up the place. And then after about 5 minutes of this, I just kind of stop, look at all of you. What are y'all still doing here for? Like, go now. Go.
Oh no! Oh
Go,
yeah, he's
go.
one of those
Okay,
guys.
sorry.
Oh.
Thought maybe I'd help